Hello everyone. Today, inshallah, we are going to continue lesson 24 in our book, which is talking about operations with scientific notations. Operations with scientific notation. It's lesson 24 in your book. In this question, we are going to learn how we can answer word problems which is related to scientific notation. So, the table below shows the population of the three largest countries in North America. Find the total population of the three countries. In this question, we have already the numbers written with a power of 10. So first, write each population with the same power of 10. So first one, I have 10 to the power of 8. Second, I have 10 to the power of 7. Third, I have 10 to the power of 8. So we can note that I have 10 power 8 and I have 10 power 8. And I want to write this number with 10 to the power of 8, which means I want to add 10 to the power of 1, or I want to add 1 to 7 to make it 10 power of 8. As we said before, if you want to move to the right, so you have to decrease the exponents. If you want to move to the left, so we will increase the exponents. Then I can move this one to the left one digit. Then it will be in Canada 0.338 times 10 to the power of 8. In Mexico already it was 10 to the power of 8. We will add the multipliers of each population, which means 3.1 plus 0.338 plus 1.1. So the answer, it will be 4.538. And already we have 10 to the power of 8. It was the exponents from the beginning. So the final answer, it will be 4.538 times 10 to the power of 8. If we look at this one, you will find that this one already it's written in a scientific notation. So this is the first method which we can use it to answer this question. We have method 2. In method 2, we can write each number in a standard notation, which means I'm going to remove 10 to the power and I will add zeros to each one. And then find the sum of the numbers in a standard notations. So the answer by the end, it's 453,800,000. Don't forget that we have to change this number to becomes in a standard notation, in scientific notation. Then we have to move the decimal point, but you can say we can't see the decimal point. No, we have, but it's invisible. It's at the beginning. So here the decimal point, so you have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the answer will be 4.538 times 10 to the power of 8. So this is the second method which you can choose. So the first method, we can say that I'm going to make all 10 to the power, or the exponent should be the same. If we want to decrease, so we will move to the right. If we want to increase, we will move to the left. Second method, we will change all of them into standard notation. Let's try to do this question. Using the population table above, which is this table, using the population table above, how many more people live in Mexico than in Canada? So Mexico was 1.1 times 10 to the power of 8 minus 3.38 times 10 to the power of 7. Think with me. This is 10 to the power of 8. This is 10 to the power of 7. So I want to make both 10 to the power of 8, which means I want to increase the exponent. Increase the exponent, so I have to move to the left. Okay? Then it will be 1.1 times 10 to the power of 8 minus 0.338 times 10 to the power of 8. Now, we will multiply the multipliers, which is 1.1 times 0.338. It will be 0.762 times 10 to the power of 8. Is this number written in a scientific notation? No. So we have to move to the right. One digit. You are going to move to the right, then decrease the exponents. So the final answer, it will be 7.62 times 10 to the power of 7. So this is for add and subtract with two different methods. Now we will move to multiplying and dividing scientific notations. When the sun makes an orbit around the center of the Milky Way, it travels 2.025 times 10 to the power of 14 kilometers. The orbit takes 225 million years. At what rate? Remember that the rate equal distance over time. So at what rate does the sun travel around the Milky Way? Where is the distance here in this question? So he said 2.025 times 10 to the power of 14 kilometers. So this is represent the distance. Where is the time? The time is 225 million. Then the rate equal distance over time. The number for the time is written in a standard notation. So we have to change it to write it in a scientific notation. Then it will be 2.25 times 10 to the power of 8. How? We will move the decimal point. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it will be 2.25 times 10 to the power of 8. Now, the rate equal 2.025 times 10 to the power of 14 over 2.25 times 10 to the power of 8. We will divide quotients of multipliers, then it will be 0.9. And then we will subtract the exponents. It will be 14 minus 8 equal 10 to the power of 6. So the final answer now, it's 0.9 times 10 to the power of 6. This is not in scientific notation. So we are looking for move this one digit to the right. One digit to the right, decrease in exponents. So the answer for the rate, it will be 9 times 10 to the power of 5 kilometer per year. For this question, the light from the sun travels at a speed of 1.86 times 10 to the power of 5 miles per second. It takes sunlight about 4.8 times 10 to the power of 3 seconds to reach Saturn. Find approximately the distance from the sun to Saturn and write your answer in scientific notation. We have to know that the distance equal rate times time, t, which is time. So if you will back here, we said that the rate equal distance over time. And if you are looking for the distance, it will be time rate. Okay, so this one donated for distance equal rate times time, or multiply by time to don't confuse. Then for the first one, it will be 1.86 times 10 to the power of 5, 4.8 times 10 to the power of 3. In this question, addition and multiplication and division. So we are going to compound the multipliers together, which is 1.86 times 4.8 multiply by 10 to the power of 5 times 10 to the power of 3. It seems like you are going to rearrange the questions. Then by the end we have 8.928 times 10 to the power of 8 miles. So in this question, as I said many times, please take care about the formula. The distance equal rate times or multiply by time. Back to the question again. He said, light from the sun travels at a speed of 1.86 times 10 power 5 miles per second. So this one represents what? Miles per second. So miles per second donated for the rate. It takes sunlight about 4.8 seconds to reach the Saturn. So this one represents the time. We can say that magic triangle, we can use it like this. At the top, we will write distance. And this one is the rate. And this one is the time. So if you are looking for the distance, it will be rate times t. If you are looking for the rate, it will be distance over time. If you are looking for the time, so it will be distance divided by rate. Okay, let's back to our lesson. On many scientific calculators, you can enter numbers in scientific notation by using a function labeled EE or EE. Usually, the letter E takes the place of multiply by 10. So let me show you how. The number 4.1 times 10 to the power of 9 would appear as 4.1. Instead of 10, I'm going to write E, and then I will write the exponents after it, 9, on the calculator. Then how you are going to write the number scientific notation on a calculator. The table below show approximately the population of 3 countries with the greatest population. What is the total population of these 3 countries? Use your calculator to find the answer. In this case, find 4.1 times 10 to the power of 9 plus 1 times 10 to the power of 9 plus 7.28 times 10 to the power of 8. In this question, enter. We want to write this one in our calculator. How we are going to see it? It will be 4.1. Instead of 10, we are going to write E9 plus 1 E9 plus 7.28 E8. Right? Write the results from your calculator. Then you will find the answer in your calculator. It's like this, 5,828,000,000, or 5. Here, I want to write it in a scientific notation, so count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it will be 5.8228 E9. Write this number in scientific notation, so it will be 5.828 times 10 to the power of 9. So the total population of 3 countries is 5.828 times 10 to the power of 9. So we have an exercise now. Write each number using calculator notation. So in this one, 7.5 times 10 to the power 5. 7.5, instead of 10, we are going to write E and then write the exponent, which is 5. The same, 3E negative 7. The same, 2.7 E13. Another one, use each number using scientific notation. So this is the opposite. 4.5 times 10 to the power of negative 1. 5.6 times 10 to the power of 12. 6.98 times 10 to the power of negative 8. You will find this exercise, okay? Then you are going to answer them step by step, add or subtract, write your answer in scientific notation. So I wrote for you the answers, the final answers, and please you have to mention your steps to answer these questions. It's just an application, so you can answer all of them and you can study from it. Here, how we can use word problems if you want to use word problems with scientific notations. So astronometer estimate that the diameter of Andromeda galaxy is approximately 2.2 times 10 to the power of 5 light years. A light year is the distance light travels is become in 1 year. 1 light year is approximately 5.9 times 10 to the power of 12 miles. What is the diameter of the Andromeda galaxy in miles? So he's looking for the total. So in this question, we are going to multiply, because he said at the beginning that the diameter of Andromeda galaxy is approximately. So we have the diameter for the Andromeda galaxy. It was 2.2 times 10 to the power of 5 light years. A light year is a distance light travel in a vacuum in 1 year. And 1 light year is approximately 5.9 times 10 to the power of 12. So what is the total? Then we are going to multiply. Okay. The next, how many more people live in France than in Australia? How we are going to solve this question? He said here in this question, the table below shows the approximate population of 3 countries. How many more people live in France than in Australia? Think how you are going to find how many more people live in France than Australia. We have in France, we have 6.48 times 10 to the power of 7 and 2.15 times 10 to the power of 7. So we have to subtract. He said more in France than Australia. Then it should be 6.48 times 10 to the power of 7 minus 2.15 times 10 to the power of 7. Already we have 10 power 7 as a common. Then 6.48 minus 2.15. So it will be 4.33 times 10 to the power of 7 people. Another question. The area of Australia is about 2.95 times 10 to the power of 6 square miles. What is the approximate average number of people per square mile in Australia? Then, in this question, he said what? He said that the area of Australia is about 2.95 times 10 to the power of 6 square miles. What is the approximate average number of people per square mile? Then, back to Australia, it was 2.15 times 10 to the power of 7. It will be about 7 people per square mile. How did you find it? It will be so in this question, he said the area of Australia is about 2.95 times 10 to the power of 6 square miles. What is the approximate average number of people per square mile in Australia? Which means we have to divide the number of people in Australia divided by the area for this place, which with the area of Australia. Then, how we are going to solve this question? We will, as I told you, we are going to divide. But which number we are going to divide? We will divide 2.15, sorry, 2.15 times 10 to the power of 7 divided by 2.95 times 10 to the power of 6. We have two options. Here, this one was 7. If I want to make this one equal 6, so we can remove the decimal point 1 digit. It will be 21.5, right? 21.5 divided by 2.95. And in this case, we are going to cancel 10 with 10. I already moved the decimal point to the right, so we will decrease this one. It becomes 10 to the power of 6. And the answer in this case, it will be equal 7.2. 7.2. Approximately, it will be 7 people per square mile. Okay? Then we will divide it, the number of populations divided by the area of Australia. Okay? Then for this reason, it will be about 7 people per square mile. You get the answer? So we will move to another question. The next question, what is the ratio of population of China to the population of France? Where is China? It's 1.33 times 10 to the power of 9. And where is France? It's 6.48 times 10 to the power of 7. You know that the ratio, it's a type of what? Of division. So from China, we will start with China, which it was how many? China 1.33. It will be divided by, in France, it was 6.48. Okay? But don't forget, you will divide it, this one divided by this one. It was 9, which means we want to make this one 10 to the power of 7 and 10 to the power of 7. Could you please tell me the number? We will remove a decimal point 2 digits to the right. So it will be 133 divided by 6.48. To the answer, it will be 20.52. There are about 20 people in China for every 1 person in France. Then the ratio here in this one means that you are going to write the number like division operation. So we said we want to start from what? From China to France. from China, which is 1.33 times 10 to the power of 9 divided by, where is France? 6.48 times 10 to the power of 7. In this question, what do you note, my dear students? What do you note? We note that the first one is 9, the second one is 7, and I want to make my question easy. Then this one, to make it, to decrease it 2 digits, then we have to remove a decimal point 2 digit to the right, which means it will be 133 times 10 to the power of 7 divided by 6.48 times 10 to the power of 7. It's easy now to cancel 10 to the power of 7 with 10 to the power of 7. And we are going to divide, please make it with me, 133 divided by 6.48. The answer, it will be 20.52. Okay, 20.52. So this is how we are going to use word problems with scientific notation to make division, to make multiplication, addition, subtraction, and so on. So this is where applications about scientific notation with word problems. Okay, and you will find this sheet in your SMS for the study guide, and you can watch our video again in our channel. Hope for you all the best. Again, our lesson today was 2-4 operations with scientific notation. See you soon, inshallah.